All right. Good afternoon. Hello and welcome to the stream. My name is System, and everything looks okay. Bitrate is adequate. Okay, whatever. Welcome to the stream. I'm playing GTNH as always, and I am on the Minions server as usual. Um, what you're looking at here is my species collection. Um, I've went through and gotten a gene sample from every species that I possibly could. I've got a bunch more of this work to do, and we're probably going to be doing mostly kind of busy work on this stream, which was just okay. It'll give me a chance to chit chat and catch up with everything. But yeah, one of the big things that I've been doing is getting a species gene from every bee that I've tried to work with. So I have other chests over here that I'm still working on that I need to pick through, and then like these are the princesses and queens that I'm done with. I set these to the side for I don't know for whatever reason I don't remember. These are extra drones that I've been using here and there when necessary. But basically, the rest of this stuff can be torn down pretty soon. So, um, I guess let's go ahead and show off what the place looks like right now. Um, again, circuit view of the base. The only thing that's like for real new is right here and right here. And the reason why I named this stream what I did was because of my new addition, which is really kind of silly. So right here we've got Sophie's Knack Fuel Mark II setup, which is going to give us enough power for this tier and to the next tier, and maybe even the one after that, depending. We'll see. Um, but yeah, Knack Fuel is basically like right at the edge of the technology that we have access to, and she's been doing some heroic work getting all of that built up. Hey, Abiru, what's up? What's up? Yeah, I was just kind of going over the two newest things in the base are the cutting edge of technology, and then also what I'm working on. um, we are in again. GTNH has a bunch of energy tiers here. We are in ZPM still, although we're getting ready to move into UV. UV is going to be a massive tier for us. There's a lot of stuff in UV, and we're not going to be able to rush through any of it. We're going to have to do like component assembly lines. We're going to have to do wetwares and biolabs and bacterial vats. We're going to have to do linear accelerators, which is called beamline. We're gonna have to do like there's a bunch of really big things in a UV tier that's basically going to remake the entire base. Um, it's actually pretty exciting. So, with that being said, again, Sophie, who is doing the Knack Fuel setup, she's basically said, "I'm so sick of this base and being like stuck in corners on every single one of these platforms and having we have to basically like renovate every single platform right now to bring it up to date to where we are in the game. That I'm not doing any of that right now. I am farmer system right now. We'll get to that in a sec. But Sophie was like, you know what? I'm gonna finish this Knack Fuel setup, and I think I'm just gonna build a whole new base for our end game gameplay, and I think that's pretty cool. So she's talking about building an end game style base, and then like as she builds that base out, move over whatever technology is worth salvaging to the new place. So So that's kind of where we're at right now. But again, I named this stream "It Ain't Much, but It's Honest Work" because what I've been doing, two things that are going to become relatively unimportant relatively quickly. I've been doing bees, and I just started crops. Yes, folks. We're in ZPM, which is tier 7, and I just started industrial craft crop breeding. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I know what I'm doing. So we're over here. These are the crop bots, and you guys have probably already seen these on other playthroughs. Um, I am what the only reason why I set these up. Well, there's two reasons. We want transformium. Uh, there's a crop called transformium that gives you UU matter. All right, boop, and then use, and then you can see UUM berry extracts to UU matter. We're gonna need UU matter by like the tanker full. We're going to use so much of this, and the recyclers, the machines that are giving us UU matter right now are extraordinarily slow. So anything that I do to bolster UU matter production is going to be beneficial to the base overall. But that also means that I've got to dive like all the way into industrial craft crop breeding at the beginning of late game, when all of this is going to be basically obsolete in the next major version. In 2.8, as far as I know, industrial craft crops aren't even going to exist anymore. But I don't know that for sure. Don't take that as gospel or anything like that. But like the simple fact that I'm doing this at this stage of the game is kind of a detour of detours. But you know what? It's fine. I am also working on Questmaster because, and what that means is finishing the quest book. And let's see. Is there I forget which tab it is. Bio, is it this? No, it's not that one. It's kinda this one. Yeah, you can see like, oh, 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 get back in there. Yeah, there is some quests here in this page that's going to be very useful to finish industrial craft crops. So, transformium is a very high tier crop, and once I get transformium, space flower, and a handful of other ones for quest type things, probably gonna tear down the crop bots. But before I get to that point, I'm probably gonna make like one or two more bots. We will see. We will see. What am I? Yeah, I want to go here. I want to show off real quick. So, again, Sophie has been doing some heroic work, but the capacitor is at just under 85%. It's been hovering around 70% for a while, and she said, "Come down here and turn on the Vulcanus, because this is this machine is called a Vulcanus. This is actually a quad Vulcanus, and we're supposed to be." She said, "Turn it on when it gets to 70%," and I was like, "All right, I will." And then I didn't even think about asking, okay, where's the actual switch? Because as you can see, this receiver gets a signal from 10, and 10 is right here. And what this does is it's supposed to signal that that there's enough energy in this battery here to run things. Hey, Exy, what's up, my dude? Yeah, we're in ZPM. We're getting ready to go into UV, and so naturally, your boy's system thinks it's perfect time to start industrial craft crops. This is what I've been doing the last little bit. I've also been doing bees, but I've been doing bees for quite a while. But yeah, it's good to see you, Xe. I've caught bits and pieces of your streams lately, but I haven't been watching much of any streams recently. But you're a good dude, and I appreciate watching you. I really like what you do. Bots, 100% bots on the crops. There's no way I'm going to be doing crops by hand, but I will be making more bots, and I might even make an additional bot on stream, just to show people what the deal is, because there's a couple specific things you got to do for the bots, or otherwise they won't work. I've learned that the hard way. This is my collection of species gene samples, so that if I ever need to do any kind of bee breeding for anything that I've already gotten in the past, I can really just copy the gene sample, make a template, use any of my throwaway bees, which are these and also these, and I can get any species I want. Yeah, crops without bots is really difficult because it's so easy to get distracted on other things, and like one weed could ruin your whole setup if it's in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's why I keep coming out here, because I have been doing I've been doing statting on the left one. So this is statting up sugar beets right now, just in case. I don't think we need them, but I'm statting sugar beets just in case. I've already statted yellow stone lilies, again, just in case. And then tiering is happening over here. And I'm going to have to run this tier script like 3 or 4 times, because how should I say this? The higher the crop tier, the lower the percentage chance is of getting a seed from a spade. Like the low tier crops, you'll always get a seed, but then like if I break this Aurelia with this spade right here, I don't know, is it 50% chance? Is it 20% chance? Is it 5% chance? I don't know. But I'm gonna have to end up running this tier script several times to get a field full of these, to make sure that I get a handful of each of the seeds that I want to mess with. What we're shooting for, space flower, transformium, and there was a couple others that I really wanted to get, but those are the 2 big ones for UU matter. And then over here, we're doing like mid to late game bees, and the ones that I've been working on lately is I've gotten everything ready for Americium bees. Like I got the lutetium, I've got the chrome, I've got all of those trees done. But the Americium requires Compact Fusion Computer Mark II as a foundation. So I need to put one of those boyos underneath this to breed it. And for anybody that doesn't know, there's a handful of bees that you cannot put in the Mutatron. Indium is probably the first one that people run into that you cannot do in the Mutatron. Americium is another one. There's Kevlar, Drake, Awakened Draconium, and there's like 2 or 3 other ones that you can't do in the Mutatron. But yeah, the one that I'm stuck on at the moment is Americium, and let's check that because it's going to happen today, you guys. It's going to happen today. I'm building a compact fusion computer Mark II, and I started the day and we were missing 10,000 indium. Now we're missing less than 7,000 indium. So probably going to be like 8 hours from now, I'll be able to start this giant craft, which is going to be fantastic. As soon as I get the Compact Fusion Computer Mark II, I get the Americium, I get the Neutronium. Once I get the Neutronium, I can make the Advanced Mutatron, which makes everything a lot easier. We're waiting for, let's see, another thing that's right around the corner is this boyo. Yeah, it's not today. It is not going to happen today. It probably would be impossible to do today, but we're going to have a mega apiary in the next couple days. This is extraordinarily expensive, and like 99% of the cost is in the controller block, which is this. So it doesn't look too awfully bad right off the top, but these are UV tier circuits, UV robot arms, which are annoying on their own, and then I've made a ton of these industrial apiaries. That's not a problem. It's these, I believe. Yeah, it's these. So look at this. To craft one of these, which we need 64, we need a full stack of these. In order to get that, we're going to have 8 stacks of production upgrades, which I already made. And then we're going to have a stack of these. To make a stack of these, I'm going to have to do 11 of these ultimate time anomalies, which is essentially the UV tier world accelerator. And yeah, look at this. Each one of these costs all of these UV components. So there is a chance that I'm not even going to be able to make any of that stuff until we make the component assembly line, which is also right around the corner. Let me throw that. Component. Yeah, here we go. So this is the next thing that we might be getting into. I probably won't be building this because I don't quite know. I don't know how to hook this up. Like, I could build the structure, but oh, hello. All right. Well, yeah, NEI does not like that structured preview, so let's not do that. We're also going to have to do the linear accelerators to make easier circuits. We're going to have to do pretty soon we're going to have to get into wetware circuits, which is going to require biolabs, bacterial vats, and a number of other like attendant machines for those setups. Me, however, I'm going to be doing bees and crops. So coming back down here. Hey, Potkov, what's up? But yeah, coming back down here, there's like a lot of these. I'm gonna have like a 5 or 10% chance of getting any one of these seeds. So like I said, I'm gonna run this auto tier script a few times. I mean, as long as it doesn't break the rules, I'm fine. You can say whatever you want. uh, but yeah, on the Vanguard run, the that's several months gone at this point, but on the Vanguard run, I actually made four of these robots, and buzz buzz. Um, I actually learned on the Vanguard run that I got the best seeds from the auto tier script from the bot that I put in a dark room. I had a bot in a dark room for Orberry seeds, and as it turns out, that was the bot that got me the best random seeds. It was fantastic. Uh, I've been losing the game my whole life. uh, it was funny because literally just yesterday I was perusing on Reddit, and I forget what subreddit it was, but it was about a metal band that I was looking at, and the band picture. The one of the guys was doing the "you lost the game" hand signal, like on his thigh, and I was like, oh, that son of a bitch. It was funny though. Uh, so this setup is pretty much just going to run long enough for me to get Space Flower and Transformium, get both of those statted up to 2131-0, and perhaps maybe a few other ones. Like, it might be nice to have the Naquata, the Stargadium, the Star Wart, there's a few other like late game seeds that might actually be worth farming. I'll have to look into it, but first and foremost, I have to get them. And since we hadn't been doing crops on this run since like the person that was doing crops is their name was Aaliyah, and they haven't been here in a long time. And well, in fact, let me just say it like this: it's become a three-person run. It's me, Sophie, and HJM, and we both play relatively, or all three of us play relatively regularly. Um, Everybody else has kind of like either gotten busy with real life or kind of fallen off or started new runs or playing with different groups or whatever. No judgment. I wish that a lot of them would come back, uh, but again, no judgment. I think I already have Osmium. So what I'm doing, yeah, I have Osmium. All right, perfect. So let's take you. You guys can go there. You can go here, and I just want to reiterate. This chest, these top rows, has a bunch of princesses and queens. I am going to repurpose all of these bees when that becomes necessary. Um, I might not need to. The Mega Apiary has a swarmer feature that we might use to get bulk princesses cheaply. But up until then, I've got a whole bunch of extra princesses and queens right here that we can use. So this is Celestis. This is fun. I made the Celestis bees not because I needed them, but because I wanted them. And so for any of you out there that are playing this game and are not using World Edit, you want to get this bee, because watch this. The Celestis bee gives a 60% chance of each of these combs. And these combs hold on, use these combs. Look at the red comb gives all 6 of these blocks. And again, for anybody that doesn't know, the lapis celestis is that block that's like naturally bright. It's very nice. So if you aren't using world edit, get this bee. What are you? Oh, let me double check these actually. Yeah, no effect. Okay. Okay. Let me just double check that I don't have this. No, I don't. Okay. All right. So I have a bunch of templates, or a bunch of genes, and only a few templates. So here's how this works. If I'm working with a bee that I want the special effect of, as far as like on a gene, I'll use this 11 out of 13 template. Otherwise, I use my 12 out of 13 template. So you go there, and you guys go in here. This is my effect collection. You can see that I've got all of the effects that I've seen, good and bad. I've got everything from Explorer, which gives players XP, to the Machine Booster from the Machinist Bee, all the way to like Unstable and Ends. I got Beatific, I've got Flammable, which is fun. Gravity from the Bedrockian Bee, that was fun. That was very fun to find out about on accident. Getting thrown off of these platforms for no reason was absolutely hilarious. I mean, granted, I'm glad that I've got the quantum suit. It didn't really like affect me, but it would be funny if somebody made the Bedrockian Bee and wasn't expecting to get thrown out of their base. Yeah, that's fantastic. There is somebody on Random Potatoes server named Gunther, and he actually told us about these frames, Sanguis Artis. So for any of you out there that are using bees and using blood magic, these take the place of Oblivion frames. So the Sanguis Artis is the blood magic Oblivion frame, and it's fantastic. I wasn't gonna make them, but Sophie made a few because she was also tired of breaking all of our Oblivion frames, and I was like, listen, don't feel too bad about that. I think I've broken a half dozen on my own. So she was fretting about breaking like 2, maybe 1 or 2. It's like, don't even worry about it. You're never gonna break my record. Oh, nice. So I got the Celestis species very easily. That's another thing. Frenzy Frame does the exact same, except the Frenzied Frame also forces mutations. So if I have bees that I want to force them to not mutate, I just want to force the cycle. I've been using the Sanguis. I don't really like using maddening frames unless I'm specifically mutating a bee. But that's just personal preference, honestly. You could use the maddening frames for everything, but I don't want any accidental mutations when I'm trying to like lock down like certain things. Which again, for anybody that doesn't know, each maddening frame of frenzy increases the chance of a mutation by 1,000%. And so when you stack 3 maddening frames of frenzy together, it takes the mutation rate of something that's like 0.01%, and it brings it up to 100%. It literally like guarantees a mutation. So the great thing about the Sanguis Artis is it does the same thing as the Oblivion frame, but doesn't force a mutation. So that's why I'm glad that we have these now. even though I wasn't going to build them. I was totally fine with Oblivion frames, but yes, out of the 10 or so Oblivion frames that we've owned, we only have 3 left. We might have had over like up to a dozen total at one point, and yeah, it's we don't pay attention well enough to let those to let things cycle like this. All right, I have Firestone. Okay. So the Firestone effect has been removed from these. That's totally fine. So I'm going to put one through the imprinter. I'm going to put the rest in the sampler. Turn on the world accelerator for a second. Ah, nice. See that? Got the Firestone species right away. Totally awesome. Totally cool. Very cool, very kind bees. Very nice. Very nice, hospitable bees. Just giving me the species without any guff. Wow, is it that time already? Okay. On this channel, I like to run ads in a solid 3-minute block so that people can get up, get a drink, get a snack, stretch, pet the dog, take the goldfish for a walk, say hi to your mom. What, it doesn't matter, go upstairs, get yourself a hot pocket, whatever you got to do, you know what I mean? Get out of the basement for a second, you guys. That's gonna be coming up relatively soon. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing because I am on a mission to try to clear out as much as I can out of these 3 right here, so that my backlog of species acquisitions is dealt with. So let's see. Let's see if I get lucky again. Hey, nice. Okay, you can go there. You can go there. Oh, and then how about this? Use. So here's the reason why I am isolating all of these genes, because a lot of these bees have breeding trees that they belong to, and having a gene collection is going to make this so much easier later on when I go into gotta catch 'em all mode, because I kind of want to have every gene. I kind of want to. I've also talked about doing Questmaster in this run. Questmaster is completing the quest book at the end of the game. I kind of want to work on that. So one of the things that I'm doing is getting every single bee species in preparation for Questmaster. You can see Certus, Fluix, Sapphire, and Lapitron. We already have all 4 of those, I think. But regardless, I'm making a species collection. Yeah, each one of these is different. The only thing that I haven't done is I don't have any rhyme or reason to this. Like, they aren't sorted in any specific way. I might change that later. Alright, so next, let's check austere. Do not have, okay. Okay. Let's see if we get lucky. It's been kind of nice getting lucky a couple times in a row. Oh well, it's fine. All right. Oh, the flower. Yep, duh. I've got most of the flowers over here. I am missing a couple things that go over here, but for the most part, it's this is a complete and total list of things that belong next to an apiary. Okay. One goes here, one goes here. Boop. Come on. So let's do this. This is kind of jank, but this is the way I've been doing it. Got two chests right here. So this one can go right here, and this one can go right here. Because I don't need any of these gene samples, and I've got it set up to just kind of like automatically cook them and then throw the blanks back in here. Maybe if it got some coal for the furnace. And that's just so I don't have to keep printing blank gene templates, or blank gene samples. It's not a big deal if you do. They're cheap. All right. It looks like the ad break is over, so welcome back, everybody. Let me just say that this is my last day of vacation, and I had originally intended to stream most of my vacation days, if not all of them, like at least 4 out of 6. This is 2 out of 6. It's been kind of warm here, and my AC hasn't been working, and my monitor has been flickering, and a bunch of other like random things that are like not too awfully bad on their own, but taken as a whole, it's been a little bit demoralizing in general. So most of my vacation has, I wouldn't call it sulking, but I've definitely like not been in the proper frame to be doing quality streaming. With that being said, my new landlord manager is my old landlord manager, and he really likes me. And I told him that I had a bunch of problems with my apartment, and I couldn't get a hold of the last lady. And he's like, "Oh man!" And he wrote up the whole list of all the things that I could think of off the top of my head, and they came and fixed that stuff in like a 2-day shot. So my tub is fixed, my toilet is fixed, and I've got a brand new air conditioning unit. And previously, my old AC unit would only cool my apartment down a few degrees cooler than it was outside, and it would like increase the humidity in here to like 75%. It was like literal tropical conditions in my apartment. That's fixed. That's done. We're good. So the reason why I mention all of that is because those kind of things were impediments to me being able to stream in a quality kind of manner. The other impediment that I've got, like I said, I've got the monitor that I have on the side where I've got stream chat on right now flickers. So I've replaced the monitor, I've replaced the cable, I've replaced everything that I could except for the graphics card. I mean, it's even happened during like power supply changes. So Um, it's got to be the video card. So I ordered a new video card. Um, it's gonna be here on Monday, I think. I don't know if I'm gonna get it like installed right away, but yeah, I have a brand new new in box video card that I'm gonna drop in this machine, and hopefully it does what hopefully it does what it's supposed to. Um, so I think if after those two things are sorted, hopefully I will feel like streaming more often. Um, or like maybe I can like stream for longer, maybe, or just stream more often in general. It's fine. I want to stream other games too, but with my monitor blinking the way that it does, it just kind of makes it. Again, I used the word demoralizing earlier, and that's probably the perfect word. Hey, this is Quasar. His name is Nuke on the Discord. He is one of those players that has been absent for a long time. They were on for a brief amount of time just the other day, but like quite literally before that, he was like 1,000 hours gone. So and again, no worries. Everybody's got stuff in their life that they're dealing with. So um, but yeah, I'm going to keep doing this. I want I want all my traits. I want all my genes. Pretty sure I need all of these still. And I need some of these, although most of the stuff that's in this chest is like basic things. So that's cool. Let's go back and let's go and check the crops actually. Let me see if I can find a good one. All right, so like you see this one, it is a Titania tier 9, and it's at stage 2 out of 3, growth 0%. So if I wanted to grow this crop to be 100% optimal harvest, I would need to put a block of titanium underneath that particular underneath this block. Um, I'm not gonna go through any of that trouble to do all of that for every single one of these different every single one of these. But what I am going to do is I'll just run the auto tier script several times, and like when I harvest this full field, when this is done with this particular run, I'll get like I'll get like a third or a quarter of these seeds, and I'll just do that several times so that at some point in time I will have a breeding pair of each of the ones that I want to use. So that's kind of the goal. And then once I get the breeding pair, I put it over here in the auto statter, or the one that I'm using for auto statting, and I'll stat them up. Right now I'm statting sugar beet. Not that we need sugar beet, but we did run out of oxygen today. Yeah, we're in ZPM, and we ran out of oxygen. We were something was using 300,000 milliliters of oxygen per second. And I don't know if that ever got resolved, honestly. Austere. Ah, nice. So, austere is done. You go here, and you can go here. Next, let's do hermetic. I'm saving, I might actually save the sinister for last, because if I remember right, this one is very spicy. I think this one has the unstable trait, or the aggressive trait. And, yeah, I'm just gonna save that one for later. Let's check these. Yeah, no effect on these, so I'll go ahead and use the this template. All right. Actually, you know what? Give me a second. I'm just gonna make sure that Yep. I just wanted to check Discord to make sure nobody was talking in there. Since this is a group run, I do try to keep my eye on the group chat. I don't have it up right now, but you know what? It's worth checking. So yeah, this is my last day of vacation. After this, I believe she's got me working 6 days in a row. So 6 days off, 6 days on. That kind of sucks, but whatever. I am not looking forward to going back to work tomorrow. That's for sure. Especially since all of the nonsense that I've been dodging and avoiding the last week is probably gonna be all piled up and have to be dealt with all at once. So one there, go to rest in here. Okay. Let's see. No, hermetic. Yes. All right, we're good. We are good. Right there. Yep. I've been again, if I did stream more often, I've got a single player world that's in mid IV that I want to get back to. I have a hardcore run that was on episode like 14 or 15 or something like that. I'm still in the Steam age, but I think I've made an LV machine, but nothing major. We're only gonna save one. It's fine. Actually, hold on a minute. Let's do this a different way. Let's see. I'll save these, and then use. So that makes Spectral, Spatial, and Certus. Pretty sure we've got Certus already. Spatial makes Quantum, okay. And then use. Okay. Then use, and this is just Certus dust, right? Yeah. Oh, and nether quartz. Okay. All right. Yep. We don't really need any of that. It's fine. All right. Next, avenging. This might be another spicy bee. Let's look into that. Yeah, radioactive. Yeah, this is gonna be spicy. So let me make sure. Do I have that gene already? No, I do not have that one. So here's what we're gonna do. So I've got this template right here And if you look right in the center, it says effect none. I don't want this to get its effect overwritten until I can get that gene. So you can see on this template the effect is missing. So this is going to make the bee highly breedable, but leave the effect on there. I'm specifically leaving the radioactive trait on until I can get it isolated as a gene, which I could get it right away. We'll see. Species avenging. Effect radioactive. Hell yes. Alright. Alright, so in that case, let's get you guys out of here. I want to swap this with the 12. Yep, 12. Alright, so then you go there. And the species goes here. The trait goes here. Yeah, that is a very spicy trait to put on a bee. We will have great fun with that on some other run. I always say that the and it doesn't matter here because we're all on one like co-op team. But if you're ever on a server and you need a really good bouncer for your door, get some spicy bees and cycle them in apiaries directly underneath your front door. You will keep some people out. Vindictive. Vindictive is another spicy bee. Yeah, another radioactive. I only need the species now, but let me make sure I don't have it already. Nope. Oh, and I don't think I mentioned this earlier, but for anybody that's wondering, anybody playing along at home, there is enough species in GTNH to fill 3 compressed chests. There's like 480 something species, and each one has room for, I think it has 163. Or is it 263? I forget exactly. But yeah, either way, anyway it goes. There is a lot of species, and I want to have a gene for all of them. So this is vindictive. All right. So, let me reiterate something that I was talking about a minute ago, because I've got a screen that flickers pretty much, at random. But when it starts flickering, it'll flicker several times in a row before it stabilizes. And somebody kept telling me like check the refresh rate, check certain like software type issues on my video card. This video card was in a computer that shorted out, and the video card was one of the only pieces that I was able to salvage out of that computer. And I'm just wondering if I'm getting random unexplained issues from this graphics card because of that. I don't know if that is true or not, but okay. I didn't even see that was a queen. I'm tripping. So that said too hot and too humid. So the way that acclimatizers work is it said it was too hot, so I'm going to use blaze powder, and then it said it was too humid, so I'm going to use water capsules. And Sophie has rebuilt my acclimatizer setup here to be very nice. Yes, acclimatizers can be world accelerated. And that's probably enough. This one should be much faster. Ideally. Alright. Let's see how we are. So, again, this bee has the radioactive trait right now. Granted, I've got a quantum suit, which gives full hazmat protection, but I still take damage. It's still a very spicy bee. I want it to cycle as quick as possible. Okay, these can go away. This is the this one right here is the prepared drone. So we're gonna back up again, because this cycle is probably also going to be very spicy. Oh, and too hot, too humid. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Well. um. Nice. Oh, nice. That's very nice. Okay. Oh, yep. Spicy bee. Buzz, buzz. Oh no, I am all out of my deluxe gamer water. I have a bottle of regular water, but I do like to joke around that um okay. Whew. Spicy bee is spicy. Um it'll probably take several generations to get that radioactive trade off unless I'm very lucky. Um So when you're looking at these traits on this page, red is the dominant trait and blue is the recessive trait. So, so this vindictive, it's got the dominant none none, but even then, the radioactive is also dominant. So, it doesn't it doesn't help. So this one is probably going to be just as spicy as the other ones. We'll find out here in a second. All right. So then now, oh, you know what I could do? Let's get out of here real quick. Yeah, Nuke is here. Yeah, what's up, Nuke? Yeah, this is what as you can see, they're on. This is Pyrolucium tier 12. I don't want to get in the bot's way, so I'll let it go past. Quantaria's tier 12, Titania's tier 9, Macadia's tier 9, Shining. Shining is one of the very few of these types of plants that'll go to max size optimal harvest without anything underneath. Shining gets you silver, if I remember right. But yeah, a lot of these crops are not going to harvest properly without without the block underneath them to let them grow fully. But it would be nice to have some of these, maybe not at this stage of the game, but like Witherreed is good for certain things. Hops are fun if you want to like brew some alcohol, like, Not that I do that, but I probably will be brewing some alcohol in the Dwarven Stronghold run, which is my single player world, which is still going. I haven't streamed it in a while, and I haven't even logged onto that server in like a week now. Um, Kind of sort of waiting for 2.8 to drop to start working on the Dwarven run in earnest again. Uh, but like, as soon as 2.8 drops, we're going to be doing a whole bunch of new work and new and interesting things here in the Minions run. And I've been so wrapped up in trying to do what I can here for it, advancement in this run, that I haven't been playing anything else. Like, I haven't been playing Balatro, I haven't been playing my stupid clicker games and my stupid like incrementals. Uh, you know, there's been a bunch of different games that I've wanted to play. Like um, I don't know if Abiru is still in the chat, but Scrambles and I are playing Ocean Block 2. I've logged on one time, and actually I might log on to Ocean Block tonight, and play that a little bit more because I've been on here for so much or such lengths of time. Man, come on. And I think this might be the first non-spicy vindictive. We'll find out here in a second. Yeah, okay. So, I do think that I'm going to play a little bit of Ocean Block tonight. If I was streaming more often, I would stream these other side games that I want to play. But if I'm only streaming like one or maybe two times a week, yeah, it's gonna be GTNH. Um, until such time that I feel like I'm saturating my GTNH schedule. Um, let's see. What else? I was going to try to buy a car during my vacation. That didn't really work out, mostly because I don't have the money for it. But I am starting to look at purchasing a vehicle, and if I can purchase a vehicle that runs and is reliable, I'm gonna go and try to get a job with my brother. My brother works at a place that hires knuckleheads off the street for 20 bucks an hour. So there's got to be some sort of job there that I can do for them. And if they're hiring like just about anybody with a brain, hello, sir, I have a brain. um, so I want to pursue that because that would be a significant raise from what I'm doing. And potentially it would also be less of a hassle and less of a headache. Working for a bigger company, it's easier to take PTO, it's easier to take like sick leave, it's easier to get a more like a set schedule, or those types of quality of life type things. Meanwhile, the job that I've got, I think there's 10 employees total at my store. And I've had to fight, like screaming match fight with my boss to make sure that she doesn't schedule me closing one night and opening the next morning. Because I just can't sleep. I'm kind of an insomniac, and it's never really gotten better. But I just can't do that kind of schedule. In fact, she did that to somebody else this week while I was gone, and they quit over it. So I don't know. I'm so done with this lady. But I cannot be done with this lady until I buy a car. And I can't buy a car until I have the money. And that's it's a slow process, but I'm getting there. I am on PTO, so this is like paid vacation. So I'm getting paid for this week. Uh, I really kind of want to take another vacation. I don't care if it's paid or not, but not. I can't really do that right now. I need to make sure that I make money. Um, but yeah, I would love. Uh, does she know about second vacation? Breaksies? uh, oh, come on. Oh, are we? Oh, what? Oh, what? That's not good. Hold on. Oh, that's not good at all. I hope that wasn't the radioactive bee. 'Cause the radioactive bee does destroy blocks. Let me just double check and make sure that there's no other problems with the power spine. Uh, that is concerning. That had to be the radioactive effect. That had to be. Yeah, because look, yeah, right here, see that? Hold on, alright, so hold on, spruce slab. Alright. Now, does this have a... Alright, B is fine. Just make sure... Okay. This is actually kind of good. The lutetium ore was not being processed because I had so much osmium ore backlogged behind it, but it it decided to run that first, so that's fine. I can hear it starting to rain outside, so I just want to warn everybody that I haven't had any problems lately with drop-offs, but if I was going to lose internet, it's going to be during thunderstorms. So I don't think that's going to happen, but I just wanted to say that out loud. That's fine again. Okay. No more radioactive. Ah, here we go. Vindictive. Bow. What's next? Let's work on something out of this chest real quick. Because this has... these were ones that I didn't work on. Like, these were somebody else's job, and they didn't... Yeah, like, see how Naga does have a princess. Okay, let's get Naga really quick. Because that was... most of what was in that chest was from the Twilight Forest line of bees. And I don't know if these have any... Oh, beatific, that's fine. That's totally fine. Totally cool, totally awesome. Get in there. You get in there. I don't really care about beatific, but beatific is basically regen on a bee. So if you have a bee with beatific, it will heal you as you're in its working area. And I do believe for any of you out there that are working on bees for the first time, I think the first beatific that you'll get access to is heroic, which is uh, valiant plus steadfast, and you have to breed it in a forest. So it is good. It's a good idea to get a heroic bee as soon as you can. It's one of those ones that you're going to use for a bunch of different things. Hey, Naga! Hello. Alright, so that's easy. Let's put you right here. And you right here. Then make use. You can see, like, Naga plus Supernatural makes Lich. Lich plus Ignis makes Hydra. Hydra plus Thaumium makes Urgast. Urgast plus Salus Mundus makes the Snow Queen. Snow Queen plus the Krypton makes the Xenon. And use a lot of Krypton and Xenon for use them in like blast furnaces and stuff like that. So let's see. Let's throw away this drone. Okay. Now, I was working on Nexus the other day. Did I get that species? If I remember correctly, I screwed up my Nexus. Yeah, I got the species, but I was also trying to get the effect, and I think I screwed that up. So let's double check these. Yeah, see, no effect. No effect. Yeah, okay. I did mess up my Nexus bees. That's fine. It's done. Okay, abandoned. I think this might be a spicy bee. Let's double check. Repulsion. Ooh, do I have repulsion? Do I have repulsion? And also, it's got elongated lifespan, which is kind of interesting. I can't remember if elongated is longer than longest. I know that the very longest one is the Ancient Bee, I think. Ancient, I think, gives you eons, but don't quote me on that one. But I kind of want to get that repulsion effect. So watch this. I'm gonna swap out my 12 template with my 11. Put one you right here. Okay. Now, I don't know what repulsion does, but we're gonna find out here in a second. Oh, it's already a queen. Ah, duh. Durr. Is there anything happening? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Nameless, abandoned, abandoned. Okay. I already have nameless. I'm trying to get abandoned. So let's look at what we got. Nameless is aggressive. I don't like that. Abandoned, nameless. Abandoned and forlorn. Okay, I don't know if I have forlorn. Hold on a minute. Let's double check this. No. 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 Yeah, that's a nope. Okay, all right. So working on two different tracks here. I want to keep this forlorn, and I also want to make this back from nameless back to abandoned. But it looks like nameless plus abandoned is forlorn. So that's if for anybody like Xe a while back that was talking about Frenzy Frame does exactly the same. This is one of those use cases. I want the nameless and abandoned to go in here, and I want this nameless princess to turn into an abandoned princess through regular breeding, not mutation. If I wanted a mutation, nameless plus abandoned is forlorn, and I don't want that right now. So, because of that, the Sanguis Artis or the Oblivion frame is the frame to use for that operation. I am not an expert on any of this stuff. I just, oh, hello. Excuse you. Oh, I forgot this was aggressive. Never mind. I'm tripping. um, I might get up and get another glass of water here in a second. I've drank all of my liquids. Repulsion, abandoned, that's fine. Okay. Abandoned, forlorn, okay, let's keep you. And abandoned, okay, alright. And then this is the 11 out of 13 template, yes. So what we're going to do, I'm going to get the abandoned species and the repulsion effect, and then I'm going to work on forlorn. Let me just double check and make sure that nothing's going wrong about down here. Now I'm paranoid. Okay. Alright. Alright, are you spicy still? Okay, cool. Cool. So, I have been wanting to get back to doing some creative things on the here and there. Maybe doing some writing or some more like writing lyrics or perhaps even getting into music. I've got a nice Casio keyboard that's sitting over here on its side that I haven't had a chance to set up in this apartment in X number of years. And maybe I can get some space for that finally. Maybe I'll have the maybe I'll have the impetus to set up and do some creative things relatively soon. Let's see. Getting that AC fixed has been a giant help. Getting a car would also help. Which again, that was supposed to be this week, but between the heat and the thunderstorms and whatnot, I've been an inside cat. Let me just say. Okay. Alright, what do we got? Hey! Adds an AI task to mobs to avoid players. That's interesting. I didn't know that's what it was. Okay. That's kind of cool, actually. But we got it, now we don't need it. So let's go ahead and swap out this for this. And we'll go ahead and rerun this drone. Okay. So now, I still need to get the abandoned species gene, and then I'll work on this forlorn species. Oh, and I should probably go and double check the crops. Which, again, crops down here, this is a very temporary setup. But it's serving my purpose. Nice. These should all be pure abandons. So just throw 1 in here and 3 in here. Yep, perfect. All right. So hopefully everybody's doing well. I don't know exactly how many people are watching right now, but everybody is all right. I want to get this actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I could run these. I can run these through this. Stay down there. All right. There we go. Oh, come on. Hey, nice. All right, here we go. Let's go. All right, so that's abandoned. So now I want to try to like get this forlorn species gene or the forlorn species onto here. So let's see how difficult this is going to end up being. But I should have fertility 4 on the princess and the drones, so I should have something good to choose from out of either this cycle or the next one with this guy. We will see. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, that's fine. That's fine, and that's not fine. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this. And I won't do anything with these until I see what the output of this cycle is going to be. Okay. Looks like it's about the same. So let's see what we got. Abandoned, abandoned. Abandoned, forlorn. Okay. So we've got all these to work with. So let's Let's actually run. Oh, what are you? Hold on. Abandoned. Okay. Don't want you. Let's run all of these through here. Okay. So all of these are going to be good quality drones. And I can actually, here, I'll save these. It might be a little difficult to get this forlorn species isolated, but I'll do what I can. This is kind of a sidetrack of a sidetrack of a sidetrack, but I'll take my bounces when I get them. And right now, this is what bounced into my lap, and I'm going to see if I can isolate it. Ooh, what is this? Ah, the forlorn. Okay, nice. All right, let's go ahead and check all this. Abandoned forlorn, okay. Abandoned forlorn. Abandoned forlorn. Forlorn. Okay, cool. So we're gonna save you for the moment. Actually, no, we're not. We're gonna use this and this. So this should be all of these should be abandoned forlorn hybrids or forlorn drones. So I don't think I'm gonna get a forlorn princess from this, but you know, where stranger things have happened. Speaking of Stranger Things, that was the next thing that I was going to binge because I binged the first season of Andor during my vacation. I might actually start watching the second season tonight after the stream, but I thought that I was going to get through all of that a lot faster than I did. I was gonna also binge Stranger Things on vacation, but no, that didn't happen. Let's see, honey. Oh, and also, I do want to tab out and see. Yeah, okay. I'm not surprised. Nuke Quasar on the server has mentioned that they have finally caught up reading the quest book and they have no idea what we're doing, so that they're going to have to poke around and see what each individual setup is like making and working on. All right, so this and these can go, and then all of these can get nuked. There's a chance that I might get lucky and get the forlorn gene, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, forlorn, abandoned. All right, let's see what we've got here. Those are good, and that's good. Okay, cool. So in that case, let's go ahead and run you through there, and run you through there. Okay. We'll save a couple more abandons. It's fine. I don't really need them. but we'll save them. So as it happened about an hour ago, there's going to be another ad break that's coming up in a few minutes. I'm giving a proper notice this time. I'm gonna get up during this one and get myself some water, and probably also another one of those deluxe gamer waters. uh, be still, my beating heart, but not really. Okay. Not yet. Okay. So what does Forlorn do? Forgotten Combs. Does that make amnesiac wax? Yeah, amnesiac wax. I do need that. I needed amnesiac wax for Oblivion frames, but now we don't need Oblivion frames because we've got the Sanguis Artis. So this is kind of a dead end of a dead end at this point, but it's fine. I still want the Forlorn species trait. If I can get that really quick, that would be nice. Whoa, what? Did it just say 5? Wait, it says 5 minutes of ads? Are you serious? Oh, what? Yo. Alright. That's insane. Absolute insanity. Ah, nice. Forlorn. Okay. Alright. Alright. I am gonna get up for 1 second and get some drink. BRB! Yeah, Twitch be twitching if they think they're gonna be playing 5 minutes of ads on my stream. I'll frickin' drop affiliate and not run ads at all. I swear to God. They better never even like joke around about 5 minutes of ads. That's insane. Okay. That's done. That's done. Okay, what's next? Alright, Sinister. I do think I need this still. Let's double check. I do. Okay. Then, no effect. Okay. No effect. Alright, we're good. I thought this was going to be the problem child. Apparently, these are okay. Oh, let me double check the crops. All right, we are back, or at least hopefully we are back. Um, one thing that I will say is, I wouldn't put it past, uh, I wouldn't put it past Mr. Bozos, to do something like that, because I was reading something the other day that said that they're planning on increasing the amount of commercials on Amazon Prime from 3 minutes to 6 minutes per hour, even if you're paying. And I'm just like, what? Then why are you paying? Like, why? What is the convenience of the service? You're paying so that you don't have to sit through that kind of garbage. So, I mean, capitalism is what it is. We all live under this system, and it has done a lot of good for a lot of people. But there's some really negative effects from it, and this is just one of them. Okay. So yeah. Hey, what's up, my dude? What's up, John? So, John, you might get a laugh out of this. So we're in ZPM, tier 7. We're getting ready to move into UV, which is tier 8, and of course, naturally, that is the time to start crops. So I'm doing crop breeding in ZPM, and that's the other half of my farming that I'm doing today. Yeah, naturally, exactly. So I did name this stream "It Ain't Much But It's Honest Work," because of the meme, and also because it ain't much. Uh, for anybody that, yeah, dude, we've got Gendustry actually. We've got Gendustry. Have you? I don't know. Have you seen Gendustry beat reading before? I'm not even sure if you've watched me do any of this. Um, let's see. But I'm using the genetic sampler to liquefy my excess drones, and oh, okay. Well, I won't belabor all of the points. Just I'm making a gene collection. I've got one of each species that I've touched. So that's kind of what uh that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Gotta catch them all type things. Yes. Accidental pun. Yeah. Well, it is, but also at the same time, there's 483 species in the game, which is enough to fill two compressed chests plus some, I think. Um, so yeah, I've got a really good collection, and I've got most of the basics already. I did all of the planetary line up to Pluto. Um, and then I've got most of like the metal bees. Uh there are some bees that you cannot get right now that the bee exists but there's no breed for it. There's other ones that require very specific things to breed that we don't have access to yet. And then there's other ones that even if you get the breed, you can't do anything with it until you put it in a mega apiary, which is this. I don't know. You might maybe have seen this, maybe not. In order to run like neutronium bees, americium bees, and there's a few other ones, they have to be in this thing, and this thing is very expensive. Um, and then in addition to that, right now I'm stuck on this line right here, the americium. Dude, the mega is so cool. It is so cool. Right now I'm stuck on this one. I have lutetium and chrome, but requires compact fusion computer Mark II as a foundation. Yeah, like that's lead for breakfast right there. This is such a pain in the butt. Here, I'll show you really quick. So we've got it programmed, we've got it ready to go, but to build this thing from scratch requires 48,000 indium dust with our current like technology level. Um, yeah, we've been waiting to build up 48,000 indium dust for days, and now, just today, it's going to happen. It's still like 8 hours away, but we should have the rest of our indium dust today. But apparently now we're missing phosphorus. Made about 50 or so. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, at your stage of the game, you have access to genetics, which uses the like the larvae system. Uh, Genetics is actually pretty interesting. If you wanted to get it like all the way into genetics, it's very powerful. It does take a lot of extra work. Yeah, well, yeah, we never have enough phosphorus, that's for sure. I should probably get a phosphorus bee working, but like we were having trouble just powering the base lately. Let's go over here really quick and double check this. You do all your breeding by hand still? That's honestly a good way of doing it. Honestly. So this is actually full. I should probably turn on the Vulcanus, but I don't know exactly how. Oh, where am I going? But yeah, I hope you're doing well, John. We are using nitrobenzene for something. Like some things do use nitrobenzene still, but honestly, most of what we're using nitrobenzene for right now is the byproducts. Um, and actually, here, let me back up a little bit. We're not using biodiesel anymore, but we're making biodiesel non-stop because the byproduct of biodiesel is glycerol, and we're using glycerol for epoxide production. And then we're not technically not using nitrobenzene anymore, but we're making it non-stop because one of the byproducts of nitrobenzene production is 1,2-dimethylbenzene, and we're using 1,2-dimethylbenzene for like a bunch of different things at this stage of the game. That 1,2-dimethyl is going into a bunch of different stuff. So I think we're using that for phthalic acid and a bunch of different things. I don't even remember exactly everything that we're using it for. So Sinister is done. Okay. So the princess can go there. The drone can go here. So I've got a collection, and you might like this, John. So if I need to make any unexpected species, I'm just gonna find the relevant princesses and drones in this chest, and this chest, and hopefully, if I've missed anything along the way, I'll be able to make just about anything relatively easily because I've got so many different things to choose from. This chest is almost done. Black plutonium is going to be, hold on. Hey, I've got it. Okay. So I'm gonna leave this here because we need to run like we need to run black plutonium for combs, but I don't think that it works unless it's in the mega. And we're gonna have a handful of other bees relatively soon that won't work unless they're in the mega. So I think this might be the very first one. Americium is going to be the next one. But with that being said, I do have these. Let's go ahead and run these random drones through here and see what I get. Hey, species blue. Nice. Pretty sure I didn't already have that. I didn't get the fertilizer one, but you know what? That's fine. Oh, I have light blue already. That's cool. Cool. So, for anybody that doesn't know, at the beginning of the game, the first time that you can get a really, really good worker bee is the light blue species. Light blue has fastest production, and the next best production after that is blinding, which requires stardust. And stardust is a pain in the butt to get. So yeah, make yourself a light blue bee. That's about as good as it gets up until up until you're traveling the end. All right, let's see. Next, let's go back to this chest. I already have lapis. I don't think I have any of these. Lich, argon, and neon. So let me just make one of each of these really quick. Okay. And then the rest of these can get liquefied. Oh, it's out of power, that's why. I don't know why the capacitor bank isn't pushing more power into the sampler. Maybe there's like a throughput issue, or like it can only accept power so quickly. But yeah, it's been kind of an annoyance. Oh, Lich, nice. Okay, you go over here. And actually, hold on. Get you guys out of there. I'll save the rest of these Lich drones. Okay. Argon, nice. Oh, this is fantastic, you guys. And this is xenon? No, neon. Okay. Sure. All right. No, I didn't get neon, so I'm going to uh, put you right here. So, oh, did I have Lapitron already? I do. Okay. So these can go away. I already have Lapis. I'm pretty sure I have Ectoplasma and Arcane Shard, but let's check those. Yep. And then... Yep, okay. So these can go away. And by go away, I mean go in here for future use. Okay. What's next? Pretty sure I have Thaumium Dust. I'm pretty sure I don't have either one of these. And then I need to check Salus Mundus and Aqua, because I want both of those. So, oh. Don't have Salus Mundus. Naquata and Naquadria. Okay, yeah. Don't have Aqua. Okay. So let's do Aqua first, actually. There's a little bit of my bees. Okay. Nice. I'll check that out here in a bit. Let's see. Imprinter. One of the things that I was going to do on my vacation was I was going to upgrade my stream setup, both hardware and software. I wanted to be able to like have it more easily set up so that like for example, if you sent me a video, I could play it on the stream itself. I know it's easy enough, but I don't have any of that stuff set up right now. That was one of the things that I was going to do. I was going to have do cleansing. What? Okay. So let me I want that cleansing gene, so I'm gonna put in this template. And what, hold on, what was that again? Fomic flowers. Oh, that's that is what is it called? Oh, what is it called? Let me just double check it real quick. Is it Cinder Pearl? Sorry, I usually have this stuff set up already. Come on. There we go. Traits. Cinder Pearl and Shimmerleaf. That's what it was. I can't believe I couldn't remember frickin' Shimmerleaf. Alright, and then dirt. And we'll put you right here. Why not? And then it was too hot. Okay. All right. Nice. Excuse you. I needed this flowing propolis for something. I don't remember exactly what. I already have those. Why aren't you? I guess let me try a Cinder Pearl instead. I don't know. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I was about to say. It does suck that that apparently we don't have any Cinder Pearls. That's an issue. I might take a detour to the overworld to get some Cinder Pearls, but that's I'm already on I'm already on detours of detours. Let me try to focus a little bit. Yeah. Is it going to be too hot again? Okay, good, good. All right. So for anybody that didn't hear earlier, I've been trying to remove some of the minor impediments to me streaming more often. So I've got my air conditioner fixed, so the climate in my apartment is much better now. And also, I ordered myself a graphics card that should be here around Monday, and that should help with some screen flickering issues that I've got on monitor number 2. Which, let me just say, I bought a whole new monitor because I thought that the monitor was going out, and it turns out it was probably the graphics card the whole time. So technically, I have 3 monitors, and when I get the new graphics card, I might actually run all 3 monitors. We'll see. I don't know what I would put on the third one. Maybe I would have like wiki pages up on the third one that I could refer to here and there, but I've used 2 monitors for quite a while now, but I've used 2 and only 2, if that makes sense. Man, it looks like my frame rate is bouncing around like crazy, but it says I've got 0 dropped frames. So, like, if I start having or if I have bitrate issues, please say something, and I'll see if I can like catch it in the act. Because yeah, uh, the bitrate monitor on the Twitch page is like bouncing around like nuts. Looks like a heartbeat. Yes, this. Do I still have cleansing? Is still on here. Okay. Then how about this one? This is still got cleansing. Although, as you can see, the none effect is dominant and cleansing is recessive. So it's going to be very, very hard to breed that cleansing trait back in, especially if I'm only getting one drone per cycle right now. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Hey, nice. All right. This is gonna be. This is where the choices start. None. Cleansing, cleansing. That's probably the one. Cleansing, cleansing. And none cleansing. Okay, so I'm gonna use that one and we'll liquefy these three. This. And then this. So hopefully I get aqua and cleansing out of these three, but I'm not holding my breath. Oh, hey, nice. There we go. All right, got cleansing, and that is cures players of potion effects. Okay, interesting. Very, very interesting. All right, so now that I've got cleansing, I don't really need that anymore, so I'm going to swap this out with this one, which basically has the effect none gene in this template, so yeah, let's just go. Oh wait, hold on. Did I imprint this one yet? So I've been doing bees wrong for the last few weeks. The right way of doing it is you want shortest life for industrial apiaries and longest life for alvearies. I was doing that backwards. So again, longest life for alvearies, shortest life for industrial apiaries. So I haven't quite. I updated this template, my 12 template. I have not updated my my 11 template down here. So not a big deal, but it is something to think about. Now, can I have aqua, please? Can I have aqua, please? If you don't give me aqua, I'm going to whine as much as aqua from what is that, Konosuba? I don't watch a whole lot of anime, but I do like the memes. So I know I always get a chuckle when I'm watching Vin and Kat play because they watch a fair bit of anime, and there's sometimes some discussions of different series in their chat, and it makes me chuckle because it's like those are all things that I am like hypothetically interested in watching, but man, I don't know if I could sit through like there's some stuff, including Konosuba, that I can't even sit through. It's grating. Like what was the other one that I was trying to watch the other day? Luffy. One Piece. I was trying to watch One Piece, but like just like some of the voice acting is it's probably great for a kids show, but it's very grating, and like I can't like it makes me want to like tear my ear off. So um about the only anime that I've watched anytime recently is One Punch Man, and I love One Punch Man, but yeah, I've tried a bunch of other ones, not a bunch, but you know what I mean, like five or six other ones, and nothing's really caught. If I do catch up my other watch list of like regular TV shows that I've got on queue, the next one that I want to check out is well, there's two actually. There's Steins Gate, which apparently is a little bit more of like a somber toned series, and then there's also it's called Mob Psycho 100, and I don't remember exactly what it's about, but it sounded interesting at the time, and I've just kind of held on to that name. There a lot of anime, especially in like the anime subreddits that I've looked in. Um, a lot of it seems like it's like fan service or very like I don't want to watch isekai. I don't want to watch harem type shit. I don't want to watch anything that's like performatively lewd. Like I'm not prude or anything like that, but that's not really like what I'm watching for. Like I don't uh I'm that dude that's literally watching it for the plot. Like you can have as many like, you know, traipsing hoochies as you want, but it better be a good story. Man, come on. Um yes, exactly. Like I'll gladly watch a show that's 5% TNA. Like I'm not a prude. Like I'll watch just about anything. But if it's like a majority of that type of thing, it just kind of puts me off because it's like it's usually either objectifying or um what's the other word, like forcing people to be in negative type situations. I don't even really want to uh like like non-consensual type things. I don't even want to talk about the actual words that they would use, but um it just grosses me out, honestly. Yeah, exactly. It is just kind of gross. It is. And there's a lot like that, and especially like again, I'm not knocking those types of subreddits at all, but like you get on Reddit, and a lot of those people are like basement dwelling, neckbeard types, and they like what they like, and it's fine. But I'm looking for something a little bit more rarefied, uh, something with a little bit more of like a solid plot line behind it. Oh, another one that I want to watch is or read. I don't know if it's actually got like an anime with it, but the manga Berserk. It's that seems like that would be a really good read. It's very grim, it's very dark, but it seems like it's a very good story. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Steins Gate, Mob Psycho 100, Berserk, and there was like I'm still waiting for One Punch Man season 3 to come out. And there was a couple other ones. I was actually going to try to give One Piece a second shot, especially now that there's a live action version out. Like Amazon has done, I think it's Amazon, did at least one season of a live action One Piece, and I'm interested in looking into that. Um, yeah, a lot of the rest of it can kick rocks. It's I'm not really I am not the intended audience. uh, Come on, where's my aqua pea? One thing I will say, I keep saying the word aqua. The anime called Konosuba it's almost like a parody of bad animes. If anybody has watched it, there's a um uh there is the main character Aqua, who is a goddess of some type, but she's like a very like high strung annoying type character, and is meant to be almost like a a a, a parody of those types of like objectifying type animes. And then there's the night girl who likes getting beat up. It makes, it's what does it for her, getting beat up by giant monsters. And then there's the mage that only knows one spell that blows everything up. So like I kind of want to give that one a second chance, even though it is the way that it is. But it's because it is more like a parody of the entire genre. It's kind of the reason why I like One Punch Man, is because One Punch Man feels like a parody of the entire genre of like superhero anime. So, um, but yeah, I generally try to. I generally have been more focused on um, uh, just more things that are more interesting to me. Um, which I don't know if I mentioned this. I probably did already, but I actually was binging Andor this week, and I got through season 1 of Andor, and I might pick up season 2 tonight. Actually, we'll see. Um, but that's really good. That came highly recommended. Uh, a lot of people have been saying that's the best Star Wars based IP that has come out since the original trilogy. And I'm like, oh, okay, really? And I watched the first season, and yeah, it's as good as build. It's as good as people are saying that it is. Um, I've really enjoyed it so far. Granted, again, I've only watched season 1, but um, it's pretty good. What else? What else? Um, oh, another cartoon that I've been thinking about watching is Arcane. And Arcane is based on the lore of some League of Legends characters, I think. I don't like League at all. In fact, like back in the day, I was talking to a girl, and as soon as she said that she's a League player, I was like, oh, really? kind of ruined the whole interaction for me. But anyway, uh, I am thinking about watching Arcane because I've heard a lot of good things about it, and the way that it was presented to me was that it's kind of a standalone thing. You don't have to play the game to appreciate the show, and you don't have to watch the show to appreciate the game. And also, the show itself is really good, or at least the first season was. Aqua, nice, nice. So yeah, I might watch Arcane. But again, I've been on vacation. This is day 6 of 6, and I watched one season of one show, so I'm not doing that much binging. Why do I have average in here? Did I pick up the wrong one? Oh, nope. Okay, it's there. Yeah. I'm not even. I'm not even good at binging TV shows. I'm wasting time on wasting time. Ah. All right, Salus is next. Now, does this have any affect poison? I don't want poison. I think I already have it. And even if I do have it, I don't want it. So let's do that. Now, this one probably will still have poison on, so we're just gonna... Yeah, it does. It does. um... Alright, nice. Other shows that I've heard of, or that I've thought about watching in the past, like I've thought about watching Attack on Titan. I've heard really good things about that. I've also thought about watching one of the Full Metal Alchemists. I don't remember if it's Brotherhood or if it's one of the other ones, but like I would have to go and look up the what the anime nerds are talking about, probably on Reddit or wherever. One of the Full Metal Alchemists. I've also wanted to watch shoot, it's got that name, Neon Genesis Evangelion. I've thought about watching that one. And again, there's a couple other ones, but man, some of the names are kind of goofy. There's been other ones that I've tried watching in the past. Like I didn't like Ruby at all. RWBY. I didn't like that at all. It kind of reminded me of like the high school version of Konosuba. Like I just didn't like it. And again, there's a couple other ones that maybe I like jumped into with with high expectations, and it turns out that it's like a harem anime, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm all right. Oh, the other one that I watched because of all of the memes, I watched like 5 or 6 episodes of it, and I can't even remember the name of it. It's like Shikanoko. It's the Deer Girl anime that's supposed to be like, it was the big meme anime that came out last year. It was like everybody was calling it like pure brain rot. It is pure brain rot, but it was funny for what it was. I liked Cowboy Bebop. I didn't finish it, but I really liked that one. And there was also and this was a long time ago, but I really liked Afro Samurai. RZA from Wu Tang did the music in Afro Samurai, and I really liked that one. And then I also liked oh, the name just slipped out of my head. It was another one that kind of made me feel like it was it felt like Cowboy Bebop but in Imperial Japan, and I can't remember the name of that one. There's like two sword fighters. They're like, one was an old samurai and one was like a like a law enforcement type person that got kicked out. I can't remember what the name of that one was. I'll think of it in a couple hours, but yeah, whatever. But yeah, Cowboy Bebop was one of those that I really liked. I liked the soundtrack for Cowboy Bebop is top tier. I'm not a huge like jazz fan necessarily, but that soundtrack is top tier. Yeah. Um, let's see. What else? I also like American style animation. Like I watched um I'm probably one of the only adults or one of the only like non-LGBT adults that watched all of Steven Universe. I loved Gravity Falls. There's a few other ones that I've watched. I didn't keep up with it, but I was a fan of Rick and Morty when it came out. Uh, and again, there's a couple other ones that I've watched here and there that I'm kind of blanking on names right now. Um, Helsing. Okay, I've heard of that one. I might look into that a little bit more. Because you're not the first one to sing its praises. For what it's worth. Um, I was really looking forward to new Gravity Falls. I don't know if that's gonna happen at all, but it sounded like that they were talking about doing another season. Um, Aqua. Yes. Oh wait, I already have Aqua. Oh wait, no, this I'm tripping. This is the chest. Oh man, I almost made a mistake. Oh man. Oh um another one. That's fair. That's entirely fair. Another one that I really liked that got canceled after one or maybe two seasons on Amazon was Inside Job, and the plot for Inside Job is hilarious. It's like it follows a character who is an employee at like a clandestine uh like think like CIA type organization that deals with like a lot of like paranormal type things. Inside Job is really worth watching, even though it didn't end very well because they were expecting it to continue going, and it just got canceled out of nowhere. Like how Amazon does. Um, Another one. I had another one on the tip of my tongue that I had watched and I really liked, but uh, I am not going to think of that one again. Yeah, honestly, I've almost not boycotted necessarily, but I don't watch anything that comes out of Amazon anymore because I'm so sick of being let down of everything that I love gets canceled as soon as I'm done binging it. Like, raw. I would rather just let something get a few seasons out there and then binge it all at once like that. So instead of like one season comes out and I get all invested and then it's gone. Yeah, like kind of like what John just said. Um, what else? What else? I'm probably gonna think of a whole bunch of different things. Like just as soon as I'm not streaming anymore, of course. Okay. Salus. Ah, give me Salus. Come on. Um. Yeah, but the one that I am really, really, truly looking forward to is One Punch Man season 3. Again, One Punch Man feels like a parody of the whole superhero anime genre, but it's so good. Oh, it's so fun. Nice. Like one of my favorite anime characters of all time is Tatsumaki, who is a terrible tornado. I think is her her like superhero name. I think. Um, even One Punch Man, like Tatsumaki is a little bit too objectified for my tastes, even in that show, but still like a top tier character. I really like that character. And that's fair, John. Yeah, if you did ever watch it, I would say go into it with low expectations because it's meant to be silly. Um, but with that being said, if you do like that type of silliness, it's right up my alley. So and like I said, like uh, I I love Tatsumaki. Like one of my favorite tropes in fiction in general is the like unstable superhero girl, if that makes sense. Like the very fiery, feisty uh uh fighters. In fact, I wrote a whole novel about that. Like I wrote a novel. It's called Risen Fallen, and honestly, my novel could be an American anime if I ever like got it animated, quote unquote. Um, uh, yeah. My main character of that novel is a very fiery, kind of feisty, unstable young woman named Jenny Sanders. Oh, one of my favorite characters that I've written. Out of all of the different things that I've tried to start. Let's see. Um, oh, I'm gonna raid somebody in a couple minutes, so I've got two options, and maybe John, I'll let you be the tiebreak. We've got Cat's Cozy Games doing Path of Exile, and then we've got a new streamer named Draxite, who I've watched a couple times in the last week, who is doing some fun things. So I'm going to kick it off to somebody else here in a second. Do you have a preference, good sir? Drax? Okay. Yeah, we will raid Drax here in just a second. He's a good streamer. I've liked what he's doing, and his stream world is semi-open. If you joined his Discord, you'd be able to have a chance to join the world that he's playing on stream. So that's kind of cool for some people. So with that being said, let me make sure I spell his name right. XYTE. Okay. It just doesn't look right. Hold on. Yeah, that is right. Okay. So thank you everybody for watching. I will try to be a better streamer moving forward now that I've got a good atmosphere to work in. And I do work the next 6 days in a row, so I wouldn't expect anything for about a week. But hopefully I can get this new video card installed and everything